Welcome back to the Citizen Channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. And it's that odd show feature, and we're going to have the odd show on the derby. Of course, this is a hard one, guys. I'll tell you that. It's probably the most difficult odd show I've ever done. On the basis of trying to think of what to do for charity to try and win the charity some money after a couple of losing games. I need to get back on track, and I couldn't pick the worst game, could I? Because obviously we'll talk about it in a minute. Anyway, we're going to have a look at the City United game, of course, on the 6th of March 2022 at our gaff, at our place. I'm going to see there is some value, but as I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. Very, very difficult. Please, if you are new to the channel, please push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications, so we know these vlogs are coming out. City past, present, and forever, of course. Lots of different types of vlog on City, not just boring reviews or previews or player ratings. Such a mishmash, a total what's the word? A total package of stuff on City here on the Citizen channel here. Anyway, so that'd be brilliant. And give us a thumbs up if you like it, guys. If you like what you see, it's great to get. I'll try and get about 15 to 20 thumbs up if I can. So please, if you can do that for me. Right, we're going to have a talk City and United, aren't we? Obviously, the charity bets. As I said, I've had a couple of losing games, guys. So we need to get some money back in the pot. I mean, there's a lot of money. I cover the losses, of course. The charity doesn't lose out, so I'm suffering by my own useless calculations. And obviously, the last game, the FA Cup, went to pot really, just really on the goals and the fact I had City half time, full time, which obviously fell apart, and I had over 3.5 goals, which fell apart. And I can't make any excuses. It's just one of those things. So let's see what we can do on this United game. Of course, there's always going to be a City leaning. I'll throw the odd United price in there, which are there's some very good ones actually. Obviously on United, and if I was a United fan, I'd be tempted to put the odd 50p on here and there. But we'll talk about that as we go through. Please, I don't condone gambling anyway. And when the fun stop, and always be gamble aware, of course. Right, let's check out some value on this game. All these prices are at the 3rd of March 2022 in the morning, yes, in the AM, so just before 12 noon. So if you check obviously, if you just check before you put, they may have altered since then, but they won't have altered much on the basis of the prices. They don't alter that much when we're this close to the game. Yeah, general odds, City at 1-4 to win the title still, so still quite comfortable favourites. It came in just a little bit over the last couple of weeks, obviously with the defeat against Spurs, but 1-4 still a very, very low price odds on. I think Betfred's probably paid out, hasn't he, a few weeks back? You know what he's like. United, interestingly enough, to get in the top 4, you can get 11-4. So if you're confident that they can hold off Arsenal, who are actually the 4 favourites at 5-6, if you like. So Arsenal are pretty firm to get that 4th spot, which United want, don't they? Let's be fair about it. So you can get 11-4 on United if Arsenal implode or United go on a great run, as long as it doesn't start on Sunday. Match odds 2-5 on for City to win it, and this is the interesting one. Yeah, as a United fan, I mean, I would Dutch this. I would Dutch this as a United fan. A 4-1 for the draw. You can get that with Sky, or a 15-2 for United win. I mean, I would even have a few quid on that if I was a United fan, or the odd 50p, or what do you think, guys? I'm being a bit pushing it there. I'm a City fan. I want us to win, but that 4-1 for the draw and 15-2 United, very, very tempting from their point of view. This is my 11. This is my starting 11. So if you check out my little preview show, you'll find out any reasons for this. But I'll just give you my basic 11. I've worked on the basis, I will tell you quickly, that Diaz is injured, so I've not included him. We've got Ederson, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, KDB, Bernardo, Foden, Mahrez, and Sterling. And my thinking today, I usually give not an in-depth one, but I usually give a quite clear and concise reasoning behind some of these bets today. But I think this is a punter's nightmare. Both teams are a bit annoying. City, we know City can be annoying, and United again can be annoying. I mean, they grind points out of games where they perhaps don't deserve them, and games where you think they might win, they just scrape through with a draw. It's very hard, and City, I don't think, are quite firing again. We're getting 3 or 4 players every time, sort of doing the business and carrying some of the other guys. So I do expect quite a close one here. If there is an early goal, I do imagine there will be a few goals. But if it's tight, it could end up a very tight, not dull encounter, but not the usual blood and fire of a Manchester derby. That's what might happen with this. But an early goal will probably might open it up in a positive or negative way, depending on who scores it. Hopefully, City will score every goal, and there won't be any for United. So if I was a lot of this today, I was thinking more with my heart than my head. So I've had to be a little bit canny with the two charity bets today. I've only had the two charity bets, but we'll talk about that in a minute when we get to them. Here's some of the prices, guys. Let me know what you think. This is to encourage you if you want to go for it. First goal scorer. I don't usually have a go on that myself. Mahrez is 15-4 with 365. Sterling again with 365. He's 5-1. Foden generally 11-2, KDB 13-2, Bernardo 15-2. So some okay prices for first goal scorer. If you fancy any of the United boys, Ronaldo's 8-1. I have no idea what their team will be, to be honest with you. So I don't believe these guys are playing, but you can get 8-1 on Ronaldo. And he's the best price United player to score first, which again is I think generous from the bookmakers. Bruno's 12-1. I mean, he scored first last season with a penalty, didn't he, at the Etihad? So that's a good price for him. Rashford 14-1 if he plays. I have no idea. Stones of the outsiders on City side. I think Stones, I say, with Diaz being injured, Stones will definitely come in. And why not from a set piece? 33-1 for John Stones with Bet365. Anytime goal scorers is a bit more likely. Yeah, Bernardo likes a goal against United and he's 5-2 with Hill, so that looks very tempting. But the most tempting ones are, again, unfortunately, on the United side. Anytime goal scorer, Ronaldo 14-5. You wouldn't put him past him scoring against us, would you? Bruno's 4-1 with Paddy Power again. Rashford's 9-2. So you sort of Elanga, is it? Their other guy's 13-2. So getting all the values with United. And if you go to John Stones, anytime goal scorer, and get 11-1. But I said it's a bit of a funny one, this. I think more of the values with United. I don't want to lean that way for obvious reasons. Both teams to score, yes. This is where my first charity bet's coming in. Yes is 10-11 generally, and no is evens on Bet Victor. But I'm hoping City will win tonight. I'm hoping City will slaughter them. Of course I am. But I think both teams might score. Don't you? I'm hoping United will score, but we'll score plenty more. That's what I'm hoping. As I said, head and heart, very difficult with this game. So I've gone for yes for both teams to score for my first charity bet at 0.92. So a little bit less than evens, a little bit less than 10-11s, a little bit commission to pay on that as well. That's my first bet. Fingers crossed, guys, as long as it doesn't go against what you're thinking. Correct scores. I'm hoping for at least a 2-goal margin, but hey, one will do. I don't care. One in the 95th minute of the 96th minute of the game. I don't care. But I'm hoping for at least a 2-goal margin. It'd be nice to get more, wouldn't it? But based on the fact I've got the greatest record at the Etihad against this lot, we're hoping, aren't we? But a 1-0 for City's 8-1 with 365. Also with 365, a 2-0 is 13-2. 2-1 is 17-2 generally. 3-0 is 10-1 with Bet Victor, and a 3-1 is 11-1 with 365. A very popular bet, of course. 3-1. That's not a bad price. 11-1. If you think it may end up in a dull draw, 0-0, 18-1 with Hills, a 1-1 is 10-1 with Bet Victor, and 21-1 with Bet Victor is a 2-2. So if you fancy anything less than a victory for me, it'll be very disappointing. United win, 1-0 United win is 25-1. Again, some good prices for United fans here. A 2-1 United win, 25-1 with Hills. If you want to replicate what the score was last year at the Etihad, which was 2-0, you get 80-1 Bet Victor. So that's not too bad. Half time, full time. Yeah, interesting. I would tend to go for a draw and then City to win. That's 10-3. That's probably the best. A City, which let me down in the Peterborough game, is 11-10. A draw is 7-1 with Bet365. A draw in United to win at full time is 16-1. And United at half time, United at full time is 16-1 with Corals. Goals over under. Yeah, over 2.5. Got to be 3 goals in the game. Do you think? Yeah, Should be 4-7 over 2.5. Over 3.5 is 6-4 though, so they don't think it's going to be a goal fest, which I tend to agree with them. I would love another 4-5-6-1 or 5-1. I don't care, but yeah, I think the book is probably pretty much right there. And if you fancy under 3.5, so if you fancy 3 goals or less in the game, that's also 4-7, like over 2.5. So again, of those two, you could do either. It doesn't really matter that much, does it? I would sort of cover myself. Probably just go for over 2.5 at 4-7. Winning margin, yeah, City by 1 goal is 11-4. 2 goals is 3-1. 3 goals is 11-2 with Betfair Sports. 4 goals and plus. Hey, we hope get 15-2 on that. United winning margin, 1 goal is 10-1 with Betfair Sports, and a 2 goal winning margin is 28-1 with Sky. Interesting. Cards in the game. It's going to be a difficult one, this, isn't it? Under 4.5 is 8-11, and over 4.5 if evens. But I mean, under 4. I mean, four cards in the game. All right, I read would count as 2, wouldn't it? 8-11. It should be that, shouldn't it? It's Michael Oliver. He does like a card. He likes a red card as well. That's the thing. So, yeah, but under 4.5, I think the bookies are probably about right with 8-11, and over 4.5, as I said, is evens. If you fancy taking a chance of it being a feisty affair, which it could well be. Corners, interesting. This is where my second charity bet comes in. I don't usually do a lot on the corners, but over 10.5 is 8-11 with Bet365, but under 10.5. Now, I've just looked back at the last 2 or 3 United City games, and a lot of the time there's not a lot of corners. There's obviously a lot of attacking activity, but no desperate blocks and getting bodies in the way. It's more controlled, if you like. So under 10.5 is evens, which I like, but I've not been able to get evens because, as I say, I only bet through the exchanges and just a couple of the smaller bookmakers. But I have managed to get 10-11. So my second charity bet is on the corners, and I've gone for under 10.5. So as long as there's 10 corners or less, we'll get some money for the charity. It's a chance, of course. It's a chance. If that had been under 11.5, I'd be probably happy. I know it's only 1 corner, but it would sound better. But I took a chance on that on the basis of the last couple of derbies, which didn't have a lot of corners. And finally, just to finish off, that's the 2 charity bets. But if you did fancy a clean sheet in the game, a win to 0, of course. Some okay prices on that as well. City are 11-8 to win to 0. And United are 16-1. So as I said, a lot of value for United fans on this derby game, and a lot of soul searching for me doing these bets today, guys. I think, as I say, I don't think I've had so much trouble trying to come up with ideas of what to do and what not to do for charity, because they're always hard games to predict, aren't they? In all fairness. All right, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you're having to go on. Let me know, or if you win, let me know what you win after the event. It doesn't matter before or after. Just get in touch with me and let me know what you're doing. So my 2 charity bets again, both teams to score yes at 0.92. I've gone for that. And my other charity bet, somewhere down here near the bottom, corners, isn't it? There's a little bit of a change this week. I think I've done corners once before. We've gone for under 10.5. So as long as it's 10 corners or less, we'll have some money for this charity. I've gone in at 10-11. Please let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. What are we going to do rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. To meet here again on the Citizen channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues, and come on, City, even more so this week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.